Hello and welcome. Patch 077 has hit with the Go Navy event. However, there were also some changes to ships, like the Akizuki, so let's check that out. Okay, so Akizuki changes. 100mm HE shell. The armor penetration capacity of Japanese 100mm HE shells was increased from 17mm to 25mm. And then there were some nerfs because of the changes. Detectability, range increased from 7.56 to 7.76. Detectability range after firing main guns in smoke from 239 to 248. Rudder shift time for hull B was increased by 1 second. So fairly minor nerfs, although 200 meters can matter, but fairly minor nerfs. But this is a huge buff. 25mm, this means with IFHE you have 32.5mm HE pen, which means that you can penetrate 32mm of armor, just like the heavy cruisers with their 203mm caliber guns. Okay, let's take a look at how much damage output the Akizuki does then. Okay, so 2.7 second reload, 1200 HE shell damage, and she has 8 guns. So this means that she deals 60 divided by 2.7 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 1200. She has 213,333 HE DPM. And with IFHE that I have on this captain, she can penetrate 32mm of armor. Let's look at some heavy cruisers in comparison at tier 10. Okay? Okay. So let's go with everyone's favorite, considered to be an HE monster and a fire breather, the Zao. So 13.7 second reload, 3400 damage, and 12 guns. So 60 divided by 13.7 multiplied by 12. This is how many shells she fires in a minute, multiplied by 3400, and we are at 178,000. So our little tier 8 Ducky Destroyer deals more damage. In fact, let's check how much more damage she deals. Copy that, divide it by... Hey look, Akizuki deals 19% more damage. I need to try this. So, it's a match on the map North, or Northern Lights, I don't actually know what it's called. And we have the lovely Nachi as our commander voice, and unfortunately it's a tier 6 to 8 match, I believe. And there's this Fubuki over here that wants to feel the damage per minute that we calculated earlier. Although I do fire AP here because AP deals more damage, and if she's showing her broadside, you know, that makes more sense. I'll try to hide behind the island so that I don't get shot at by the other ships like the Scharnhorst or the Leander or the Colorado. And it seems I have been successful, and I got to shoot the Fubuki a few more times. So now I'm gonna chill here and start reversing. I'll try to angle so that if the Fubuki does turn... Oh my god, that's a Leander. Okay, I need to smoke. No, never mind. The Leander smoked instead. Okay, that's fine. This means I don't need to smoke myself. And I can simply shoot her for a while. I believe somebody is radaring her. Maybe the Cleveland that's near me. If you look at the minimap, you can see it. And this is standard battle, meaning that there are no cap zones to contend over. Generally, as a destroyer, I really dislike standard battles, because I feel like there's nothing to do. However, as an Akizuki, you know, I kinda get this cruiserish vibe where I'm more interested in trying to damage ships like battleships or cruisers, so it's not as bad. By the way, if you look at the minimap, you'll notice that some of my teammates are going to this interesting position. Some people joke that, hey, you know, there hasn't been a decap on this map for a long time, at least not on the very eastern side, yet people still go there, but that you know, excuse wouldn't work here, because it's a standard battle. And honestly, I don't understand where that Lesnau is going, or the other ships that seem to be following her. I can't seem to choose a proper target here. I guess I'll just shoot whatever. Right now the Colorado is a very viable target, especially with HE. Also, I have a little confession here. If you actually notice what the ships are in this match, we're not really getting much advantage from the new buff and in this new patch, because there just aren't enough of those ships. However, it does work basically the same way against those higher tier ships like tier 10 and tier 8 battleships, because you know the HE just penetrates fine. Oh god, torpedoes. I'll just reverse. I use speed boost because it accelerates slightly faster, but the torpedoes just passed me nicely. I guess I could smoke here and start shelling the Colorado. But yeah, basically here, I think even the old Akizuki could have done this. It's just an example of what a gunboat Akizuki can do. Because, you know, there's still quite a bit left in this game, and I'm at 40k damage so far. We'll get to something better. I guess the dangerous part is that the Fubuki might come again, but she already torpedoed, so she's probably not going to torp me again. So I just get to shoot targets as much as I desire. Also, their Akizuki that seems to be hugging the island might end up annoying me a little bit. But unless I take 2 torpedoes, I should be okay, I think. Because, you know, I still have a literal Cleveland next to me. Oh my god, what is going on the Minimap? What are you doing, team? What? That's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 5 ships on my team are going to the very eastern side behind the mountains, the position where the old decap was. I do not understand. And oh my god, Akizuki, go. No, I need to accelerate forward. Oh god, engine broken. I need to turn away while accelerating. Luckily I have a Cleveland next to me that can help me. Okay, I need to dodge these torpedoes. Thank you very much, Cleveland, for taking care of the problem. And the torpedoes have been dodged. Also, if you noticed, the enemy team is actually pushing into our cap zone, while our almost half our team is on an adventure on the eastern side of the map. But luckily this Cleveland and I are still here, and you know, the other people down south, so we can still hold the cap zone. But seriously, I don't understand what they're doing there. That's literally an Arizona, Nagato, Gneisenau, and I think two gasolines. I don't know what they're doing. There are no enemies over there. In fact, the fact that there were enemies at all that went in that direction is crazy to me. Like, all the enemies should have done is go elsewhere and just let those idiots sail on their own in that corner, because in that case, our team is 5 ships down towards the... And, you know, the opposing team would have an easier fight. Luckily, Colorado's main turrets can't turn fast enough, so I can just chill here until she starts turning her ship, or turrets, and then I should probably start reacting. Turning away. Oh, well, she didn't even fire on me, so I don't even need to worry about that one. Okay, she has used her damage control party, so if I get another fire, that will be excellent. By the way, I have a question to you guys. What do you think, what kind of a build should you go? Should you take BFT and Demolition Expert, or should you take Survivability Expert? Or Superintendent? Like, what combination do you go for? Right now I'm trying out, well, not in this match, but overall I'm trying out BFT and Demolition Expert. Demolition Expert is really strong though, because your fire chance goes from 5% to 7%. That's 40% more fires. So it feels really hard to give that up. On the other hand, 10% more direct damage output seems quite powerful too from BFT. So I'm trying out without Superintendent. And oh good, I think we've actually held off this push. And I think one of the gasolines, if not both of them, came back. I'm gonna try dropping some randomish torpedoes. Maybe the Pepsi Cola runs into them. And then I'll position myself in a way where I'll just start shelling the Pensacola. Once that's done, it's gonna be the Nagato. Good, the Pepsi just fired, so I get a whole bunch of shots off without having to worry too much. Gonna smoke so that she can't shoot me easily. Honestly though, like as a Pepsi, what are you supposed to do in this kind of a situation? I suppose the answer is you shouldn't get into this kind of a situation. But Akizuki's HE damage output is just crazy. Now I'm switching to AP because she's just showing me a flat broadside, and I think I might be able to citadel her from here. So I'll just try my best here. I'm not certain I can, but well, apparently I can, since I did get the citadel. But I think I would need to aim better. But I mean, AP damage is quite enough here, so it's okay. Hey look, we don't have a single torpedo hit yet. We have 2 ships sunk and 123,000 damage. It's like this is an actual gunboat. Reminds me of... Actually, screw what it reminds me of. I posted the end result on Discord and asked people to answer what ship do they think this is, you know, based on the ribbons. And they told me it was the Worcester. So, you know, you can tell what class of ship this Akizuki is considered in. Because, you know, that is a lot of fires and a lot of shell hits. So it is absolutely something you might expect from a Worcester. And the damage is quite respectable too, so tier 10 might not be as weird as you might think. And the Nagata goes down. Basically the game's over, we're not going to find that Fubuki and... or I think actually somebody does find the Fubuki and sinks her. Basically, I'm not gonna be able to do anything, so let's jump to the end. Like this. 147,000 damage! 478 shell hits, 3 ships sunk, 13 fires. Got the Confederate and High Caliber 2067 base XP, and 100,606 alpha damage with that HE. That's insane, and now imagine that you can do the same to the tier 8 battleships, basically some of the tier 9 battleships, unfortunately not the Izumo anymore, and some of the tier 10 battleships. So yeah, this is very powerful now, and I do wonder if Wargaming might not have buffed her a bit too much, but we'll see later. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I would like to thank the patrons and Patreon. Thank you very much for your continued support, Geth, and I hope I'll see you guys next time.